Hello, this is Mason with Group 4 on our group presentation. Today I will be going over customer service, but we'll get to that in a moment. So for today's speech, I will be going over customer service, which will transition into resumes, email etiquette, and then into job interview attire. So, the first thing with customer service is, of course, taking care of your customers. Now, this can be a little bit of a rough patch and a little bit of a hard thing to give a clear, concrete answer on, because customers are people, and people all prefer different things. But your number one thing that you need to always remember is to always be polite and always be available to the customer. If you do those two things, you will already be leaps and bounds ahead of most people in the customer service field and stand out. However, the customer service industry or the customer service job or industry is always a balancing act. Because while you want to be polite, you don't want to be overly talkative or anything of that nature. You don't want to waste that person's time. You don't want to drag it out to where they start getting tired of you. For example, if you go to a restaurant, you don't want your waiter just trying to have a conversation with you. A lot of people want you to go in, get your water to them, get out. But at that same field, you don't want to make your customer feel ignored. As well as you should be available, but you should not hover. Do not take up too much of their time. Don't be walking and creeping down their back while they're trying to shop or eat or whatever the industry may be. So it's all a balancing act whenever you're doing customer service. Next thing we'll talk about, and if you follow those guidelines, this shouldn't be too big of an issue. And that is handling problems and handling issues. And there are 3 questions that you should ask yourself whenever there are issues. You should ask, who is at fault? Is it you or is it the customer? Because sometimes it is you and sometimes it's the customer. Sometimes they're overly ridiculous or trying to get something free out of you. Sometimes you actually did mess up though. Next is, can you help with this? Is it in your wheelhouse to help, or do you need to go get somebody in higher position? Sometimes you can't offer somebody something. Sometimes you can't resolve an issue without somebody higher up. And then, what can you offer? Are you in a position where you can say, I'm sorry that your meal got messed up, let me go get you a new one? Or sometimes you will be able to be in those positions. And next, Victor will be telling you about resumes so that you can even be in that position to give customer service. Thank you.